Hello my friends, my name is Dragonheart the Prince of Wales and welcome to a potential Let's Play on my channel. This is a mod for Football Manager 2018. Below is a link to an instruction video on how to get this mod and how to put it into your game. We are playing as Liverpool Ladies. Now on that video I just mentioned, one of you guys did actually comment saying you wouldn't mind me doing a series on this. So what we'll do it on an episode by episode basis. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comment section below and I'll make another episode after this and I'll turn this into a potential full-fledged series where we'll upload a few videos each week. But for now, I'm just going to do it on an episode by episode basis. This is episode 1 and we're with Liverpool Ladies. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into the mod a little bit. I'll show you what I've done. I've played a pre-season and in this episode we're going to have the first game of the season. So first of all, if I show you my transfers, I'll show you my transfer history. I have got two players that have gone out on loan. Ali Johnson's gone to Sunderland and Ellie Fletcher has gone to Yeovil. I've brought in a signing that cost £2.2 million as Line Roddick from Barcelona. Now, like I said in that video, it's in the description, the tutorial video, most of the players in this mod, actually, matter of fact, I think every player in this mod doesn't have a picture pack or anything. I don't know if they can get a graphics folder for them. If you can, please let me know because I can add that into this and make it even better. But they've got the male default faces like this, but they are female. It is the mod, and Line Roddick's actually a pretty good defender. She's a 4-star ability player. She's current ability is 18, and her potential is 18 as well. She does cost quite a bit, 2.2 million. And she fits in quite nicely into my squad. Now, if I show you my team report best... Actually, no, we'll show you my tactics. I'm going to go with a standard 4-4-2 for this episode. We've got Chamberlain in goal. She's the England goalkeeper in real life. She's 4-star, pretty decent. Line Roddick goes in nicely to central defence with Gemma Bonner. Both of them are 4-star defenders. And Alex Greenwood's also a 4-star left-back. Satara Murray's a little bit weaker as a 2.5-star right-back. And then in midfield, things are sort of hit and miss. We've got Sophie Ingle, who's a very good player for the club, but she's a 3-star. We've got Ashley Hodgson, 2.5. Amy Rogers, who's a 2-star. And then we have Niam Charles, who's a 2.5-star. So there's a, hit and miss really. Up front is where we're probably the weakest. Caroline Weir and Jess Clark, 2-star and 1.5-star respectively. Doesn't really suit this formation, so maybe I should change it later on. The reason why we're quite weak here is Caroline Weir and Jess Clark. You'll see she's actually a midfielder, an attacking midfielder by trade. And then if I bring you Jess Clark, same with her. She's a right winger and a left winger, and only afterwards is she a striker. She might do okay in this position. No, that's why we play it on a sort of game by game basis. But these are our strikers in this squad. If I show you the league table as well to begin with, so if I bring up Women's Super League, 10 teams in the division. The big hitters in this division are probably Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City. If I show you the preview, they've actually got us as sort of fourth favourites, is 8-1. Chelsea are favourites, followed closely by Man City and Arsenal. Yeovil, the team we played today, are actually 550-1. They're one of the weakest teams. Take your attention to the right-hand side of the screen. We've got key players. If I do it by value, you'll see. So it's covered by Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal players. I mentioned in the tutorial video that Steph Houghton's a very good defender. She's actually valued at 46.5 million. We've got Kim Little here, who's a £40 million player. Alex Greenwood, our fullback, is actually 16.5 million here, so not too bad. Ellen White's playing for Birmingham. She's a 16.5 as well. We've got Siobhan Chamberlain. I said she's the England goalkeeper. She's actually up in this sort of key player role as well. So we've got a couple of decent players here, but you can see the majority are made up. A little bit like real life, really, where the big spenders are Man City and Chelsea. Now, the values and stuff are obviously not how they arbitrate in real life. I think women's football in real life, quite a lot of them are part-timers, and I think the most that they earn, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure some of you watching are big fans of women's football. I'm hoping you are. I think they earn like 30,000, that sort of money. Take into account a few years ago when Craig Bellamy left Liverpool to play for Cardiff, he took a wage cut and was on £30,000 a week at Cardiff. So that just puts into perspective the sort of wage gap between women's football, who are part-timers and stuff. And I think the most money in women's football isn't really in England and Britain, but it's actually in the MLS. So yeah, I think most of the best players will go to the MLS. Actually, should we have a quick look at the MLS? We should have that on here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I loaded the US. I hope I put the US in this database. I'm pretty sure I did. North America. I also want to see your teams listed by here. No, I've gone a bit. I've gone a bit doolally by here. North America. Oh, hang on, United States, right by here in front of me. And the National Women's Super League reputation is 4-star. So I go into that by here, and then it's all these teams by here. If I just go on to preview, so it'll bring it up by here. So value. The values aren't actually that high. 9.5. Interesting. I'm pretty sure all the better players go here. Jessie Fishlock is probably Wales' best player. She's got 101 caps for Wales. She plays for Seattle in real life. She's valued at 4.8 million. I did try to buy her in this, and I couldn't get her, unfortunately. Interesting. Anyway, let's have a match. And like I said, please let me know in the comment section what you think of this mod. Try it out yourself. It is a mod in progress. This is version 2.0. And it's just going to be a stab in the dark for me just to see how we do. I'm going to go with this team. I need to bring some subs on here as well. What we got? We got midfielders. Let's have Cassia Pike and Lucy Roberts. My knowledge of women's football is not that great. I know some of the basics. I know some of the players. I've watched a little bit of it. But like I said in the video in the description, I am more of a sort of casual fan of it. Dressing room. I'm just going to say to them, obviously as well with the mod, in interviews and stuff, it'll come up with stuff saying like he didn't react very well when it's actually she. Obviously that's just a game design thing. I really think that Sports Interactive should have the women in the game anyway. See, come on lads, show me what you can do, when it should be come on ladies, show me what you can do. But it's a mod, so it's to be expected. Are we using the 3D pitch or am I going to use 2D? I think we use 2D. Obviously they're going to have male versions as well. The polygons, right word. The players are going to be male. I don't think any of them have long hair. But again, that's just a design choice. But what I was going to say was, I think that Sega and Sports Interactive should actually have women in the game. FIFA made good steps a couple of years ago where they've got the women's national teams. So they've got like USA, England, Australia. I think they've got like 8 or 10 international teams altogether. Ooh, Hodgson with a shot. That was decent. Fair play. Quite a take. Fair play. So I feel like that they should make an effort to implement it into Football Manager maybe next year's game. We should get we should all band together and get like a hashtag Women's Revolution or something. Women's Revolution. We want women in the game. It's a little bit like, it reminds me a little bit of WWE when I'm a wrestling fan as well. For years and years and years, the men would dominate in the sort of thing, and women, they'd come out on Raw. They'd have like a 2-minute match, and then that'd be it. You wouldn't see them until next week, where they have another 2-minute match, and all the men were dominating. And it's like, you've got these talented female athletes here who are, this is a women's division. They have women world championships and stuff, and you're giving them 2 minutes, 30 seconds of TV time basically every week, whereas the men are getting like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And then that's when the whole women's revolution hashtag thing started, and fans started getting on WWE's back. Whereas now WWE, have made great strides in the last 3 years, where they've had like the first ever women's Hell in a Cell. Women have actually main evented Raw and pay-per-views. Women have had an Elimination Chamber match, and they've had their own Royal Rumble match now. So they're doing a lot more with it. I'm not saying it's perfect by any means, but they've made great efforts. Chance here. Oh, is that a penalty? No, it's not. But we've scored. Ashley Hodgson with a goal for Liverpool here. Fantastic. We're in the lead. Hey, look at this. I'm going to win the league with Liverpool. First shot of the game for us. Actually, not first shot, but first decent chance here. Hodgson in the midfield. I can actually change the speeds of this as well. Let's get the replay speed up slightly. Ooh, a bit too fast. Go down slightly. Have I got the game speed on slow by here or something? I need to like change match speed during highlights. Match speed between highlights. I need to go up. Yeah, we'll have it on fast. We'll try that out, see if that makes a difference. So yeah, my point is I feel like Football Manager should do more with it. I feel like FIFA... Oh, good chance for Clark here. Clark is in for Liverpool. Ooh, good save by O'Sullivan. I feel like Liverpool... I feel like I'm losing track now because I'm having like 2 or 3 different like strands of a conversation in one. Game's distracting me too much. This is why I should not record late at night. Anyway, like I was saying, I feel like they should implement something, even if it's just national teams to begin with, like FIFA have done, and then maybe next year after get the club teams to have a full database. Surely they can do it. Surely the team and the money that Sega and Sports Interactive make on a yearly basis with these games could do it. And while this mod's fantastic, it just shows the commitment. It actually shows there's a market there for people. There are people actually interested in women's football. I know one of my Twitter followers who very kindly tweeted my video guide for this, so thank you so much, Craig. can't remember what it is exactly, but I know you have something to do with Birmingham City Ladies. There are people out there that are interested in women's football, and I feel like it's a market there. Fans, buy these games, Football Manager, and there's mods that are created that allow you to play as teams you never thought you could manage before, because FIFA only usually has like the first 4 divisions in England, for example. But I can have a mod downloaded to play as my local team, Merthyr Town Football Club, which are 7th tier on the football pyramid in England. And I feel like this mod is just sort of goes to show what people can do with this game. People can actually put female athletes, female footballers into this game, and like I said, there's a market there. I think people want to play as these teams and these players and manage them, and they should implement it. And of course, they could implement it in a much more professional way and actually get the budgeting a lot more accurate in competitions and etc. So yeah, I'm just saying I'd love it if they did that. Okay, we're 1-0 up here. I've gone waffling on all half there about women's football. Let's actually concentrate on the match here. We've got to guard against complacency. I think we should definitely guard against complacency. I'm going to hand over to my assistant manager. Oh, there is something I wanted to mention as well, which I will show you at the end of the video. It'll be our little thing to build up towards the end of the video. So I got a surprise for you of somebody I've hired as a staff member. I'm not going to reveal it yet until after this match is over. Please comment down below who you think I have appointed as a staff member. I'm not going to tell you what staff they are, whether they're a physio or whatever, but have a guess, and then you'll be quite shocked come the end of the video, because they were in the database and I got them. I was like, oh my god, I actually got that person. So you'll be shocked. Hodson with a shot here. Clark, oh, it's deflected and it's gone wide. Got the scores on the bottom right hand side as well. We've got Man City playing away to Bristol. They're winning 2-1. Birmingham are leading away to Everton 1-0, and Sunderland are beating Chelsea at home 1-0. Hodson here into Rogers. Sophie Ingle with the ball here. Sophie Ingle plays it back into Rogers. Sophie Ingle's a Welsh international as well. She's pretty good. Cousins clears it. I'm not quite sure how it works as well. Whether it's, I think it's top 2 that qualify for the Champions League in this division. I think it's the winner and the runners-up. I think if we finished 4th, we wouldn't qualify for the Women's Champions League. Murray to Hodson. Last year's Women's Champions League final was actually held in Cardiff City Stadium. Hodson. Sophie Ingle. Back to Rogers. Loses the ball. Comes back out to Charles with a shot, and it's hit the post. Damn it. Yeah, it was actually held in Cardiff City Stadium. I think it was the day before. No, it was the Friday, or it might be the Saturday. I can't remember. It was either a day or 2 days before. Ooh, injured. Before the... I have to try and think. Who can I play on the left-hand side? I got no left wingers here. Oh, actually, I have got someone who can play that. England. It's the day or 2 before the Men's Champions League final between Real Madrid and Juventus. I think it was between Paris Saint-Germain and Lyon, I think. It was 2 French clubs that played in the final. I remember seeing highlights of it last season. 25 away fans. We brought 25 away fans. Well done. Heatherson with the corner. Oh no. Oh, good save and a clearance as well. We're holding on by here. Right, let's pause. And we're just going to encourage them. And tactically, who's not playing too well? Our striker. Not really a striker, you see. I'm quite tempted to bring a midfielder on. Yeah, we're going to bring Coombs on. Coombs can play just behind the striker. Bring her on. Hopefully she can make a difference here. 75 minutes. I'm going to play... Go out tactics. I'm going to play to drop it to counter as well. Because why the hell not? We're away from home winning 1-0. We'll drop it to counter. We are up against probably the weakest team in the league as well, so I would like to win this one. Still winning 1-0. A few minutes to go here. Hopefully we can hold on. Oh my word. 16 minutes in. Niam Charles is injured as well. Really hope we can hold on here for the win. Get our first win of the season. And Andre Kidby. That's not far off my surname. That's 1 letter out from my actual surname. Time seems to be slowing down here, but we are still winning, which is good. Not much to say, really. Greenwood clears the ball. Look at the text down below as well, just to sort of see what's going on. They're going to play on a yellow card. 4 minutes added on. Okay, that's fine. Surely we can hold them here. Oh no! As soon as I said that, we're gonna get FM'd by here. Hodson into Murray. Coombs. crosses it, and that was a very weird highlight. What was that? It showed that highlight there and nothing happened. Sophie Ingle, out wide to Hodgson. Hodgson plays in Murray, Satara Murray, into Hodgson. Decent ball, free kick awarded. Okay, these highlights are not making sense. They show me stuff which is sort of the play keeps breaking down every time they show a highlight. We've had 8 shots, they are 6. They've edged possession slightly. We've had 2 on target, they are 1. Coombs just plays it right back to Chamberlain. They actually interviewed Chamberlain on Sky Sports News earlier because I think he's in Phil Neville's latest squad. They were playing in a tournament quite recently. I know Wales were playing in a different tournament. They were playing in the Cyprus Cup. And there we go, we've won, guys. We've won 1-0. Fantastic. First win of the season. We'll just go to the dressing room. I'm just going to give it to the assistant. But no, I'm one of these football managers that half the time I can't be asked to do my own team. Don't just give it to the assistant. He can do all the work. Right, I was going to say, first of all, before we get to the end of the episode, I just want to say thank you so much for watching and tuning into this potential series. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to continue this. If you do, let me know in the comment section below. As long as I've got comments telling me that you want me to do this, then I'll continue doing it. If I'm not getting sort of any comments at all, I assume then that people are not interested. I'll just discontinue it. So please let me know in the comment section if you want me to continue this into a full-fledged series. Secondly, in the description below, if you want to get this mod, there's a video which I've made a couple of days ago. Check it out. That will show you how to get this mod into your game. Also, follow Women on FM on Twitter and Facebook. They're also in the description of that video as well. And thirdly, I did say that it's a surprise staff member which I signed, and I asked you guys to guess in the comment section who you think that may or may not be. Well, if I show you staff, and it's a she. It's none other than Karen Brady. I signed Karen Brady. You can't see it because your face is by here. I'm looking at my other monitor right now. My webcam is sort of covering her face. Can I get this in any sort of way where I can get her face or appear somewhere else? Anyway, it's at the top of this. You can see I got Karen Brady as my director of football, which I just thought was really funny. So I've got her as my director of football for Liverpool. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this episode here. I've been Dragonheart, the Prince of Wales. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, goodbye. Thank you for watching the video. I want to say a massive thank you to all my patrons and all my sponsors on YouTube Gaming. They're currently on the screen right now. For more information, check out all the links in my description and check out the links on the screen as well.